Roses are red, violets are blue. I may not be pretty, but I am good for you. Hello everyone! Welcome to episode 9 of the weekly Sneaky Food Review. My name's Celeriac and I'm your guest host today. What do you mean, featured food?
Hello everyone, Celeriac is our featured food today. It is also known as celery root, knob celery, or soup celery. It's a special variety of celery that's grown for its large edible root instead of its leafy stalks. It was originally grown in the Mediterranean and was well known and much appreciated in Italy during the 16th century. Although it took more than 200 years to reach the tables of the rest of Europe, it remains a popular food for Europeans today. Now, sadly, this is not the case in North America. Even though Christopher Columbus is said to have brought this vegetable with him to the Americas in 1492, it remains largely unknown in this part of the world today. Sad for us, but we hope to shed some light and give this vegetable the recognition it deserves. If you are not already including celeriac in your diet, you might want to take another look at this homely root vegetable. Not only is it extremely versatile and easy to store, but it also offers many health benefits. Now, unlike other root vegetables, like potatoes and carrots, celeriac is very low in starch but high in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, reducing food cravings and promoting weight loss. Insoluble fiber helps cleanse the colon, adds bulk to the diet, and keeps your digestive system functioning properly. Celeriac is also a rich dietary source of vitamin C, the natural antioxidant that strengthens immunity and helps reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and various forms of cancer. Both the mineral potassium and vitamin K are also plentiful in celeriac, and together with vitamin C, these nutrients play a major role in bone health. So with so much going for this vegetable, isn't it time you invited celeriac for dinner? When it comes to cooking with celeriac, we have many options. Because it is a root vegetable like potatoes and carrots, it's great prepared in many of the same ways. So celeriac is awesome roasted, mashed, and baked. It's also wonderful to add to soups, stews, and dressings as it adds a lot of texture and depth of flavor. You can also use it as you would fresh celery stalks, raw in salads or with dips. Today, we are going to be making a hearty pot of Italian roasted red pepper and cannellini bean soup built on a base of celeriac, carrots, and onion. To prepare today's dish, our hearty Italian roasted red pepper and cannellini bean soup, which is a large pot, it will serve between 8 and 10 people. You're going to need 350 grams of onions, finely diced, that's about 1 large onion, 350 grams of finely diced celeriac, which is about a medium-sized celeriac, and 4 large carrots, and that's also about 350 grams, also finely diced. You're going to also need 6 roasted red peppers chopped, 1 large can of chopped tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of either olive oil or avocado oil, 6 cloves of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, 1 2-inch piece of a Parmesan rind, or you can use a 1/2 cup grated Parmesan cheese. You'll need 1 bay leaf, 1.5 liters of chicken stock. You can use prepared chicken stock or homemade stock that I have here. You'll also need a 3/4 cup of either dried cannellini beans, or you can use 1.5 cups cooked, which is about a 9-ounce can. If you are using canned beans, make sure to rinse them well. And if you can't find cannellini beans, you can also use small white navy beans. To begin preparing our soup, we are going to heat our oil in a large soup pot over medium-high heat. And as soon as that's hot, we're going to add our onions, our carrots, and our diced celeriac. Now what we want to do here is saute these vegetables slowly. So I'm going to turn the heat down to about a medium because we don't want to develop any color. We just want these to cook slowly so they get nice and sweet and tender. That'll take about 10 minutes. With our vegetables nice and tender, it's now time to add our roasted red peppers, our diced tomatoes with their juice, our minced garlic, and our seasonings, cheese and bay leaf. We're going to give that a nice stir, and we're going to continue cooking this for about another 2 to 3 minutes. Now let's add our chicken stock. And our cooked or canned beans. We're going to give this a nice stir, and we're going to increase the heat to high because we want to bring this to a boil. And once we reach a boil, we're going to simmer it partially covered for about 20 minutes. Okay, so now our soup has been cooking for 20 minutes. And it is ready. We're just going to add a 1/4 cup of fresh basil from last year's harvest that I had in the freezer. I'm going to add that. If you don't have any fresh basil, you can add 1.5 tablespoons of dried basil and just stir it in at the same time as your other seasonings. I've already removed that 1 bay leaf. So now we're just going to go ahead and season this with a bit of sea salt and black pepper. And this you want to season to taste because these were dried beans that I cooked. There's very little salt, and it may require a fair bit to season correctly. A generous amount of black pepper, and our soup is ready to serve. Today's recipe is excellent served as a lunch, appetizer, or even a main course if you serve it with some nice crusty whole grain bread, olives, and cheese. Because it makes such a large batch, you can put half in the freezer and have something ready quick on hand for a future meal. I really hope you've enjoyed today's review, and we look forward to seeing you next week when we get our green on for St. Paddy's Day. If you've been enjoying the content of these videos, please click below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.